Meet St. Joseph, the unsung hero at the epicenter of divine conspiracy. Known to the world as merely the carpenter and the husband of Mary, Joseph's true role was far more profound. But who really was the man behind the humility and quietude? What secrets did he hold that bound him to the threads of celestial fate? In the dusty lanes of Nazareth, amidst the clang of hammer on wood, destiny was whispering Joseph's name. Beneath his unassuming exterior lay a heart stout enough to accept a charge that would terrify the mightiest warriors. Before the angelic visitations, before the escape to Egypt, Joseph was a man of earth and wood, his spirit unbowed by the Roman yoke. Yet soon the heavens themselves would call upon him, thrusting him into a labyrinth of prophecy and danger. As Joseph carves into the wood, each stroke guided by years of skilled craftsmanship, the mundane world fades away, replaced by the impending touch of destiny. Here, in the solitude of his work, a mysterious figure appears, radiant and overwhelming. The angel, a herald of prophecies and miracles, comes bearing a message that would test the faith of the strongest of men. Joseph, chosen by the heavens, is to become the guardian of the Messiah, the Savior foretold by ancient scriptures. With words that echo through the chambers of time, the angel unfolds the divine plan. Joseph's world, once defined by the simple lines of wood and the rhythmic pulse of his hammer, now expands into a canvas of cosmic significance. This encounter marks the beginning of Joseph's transformation from a craftsman to a custodian of a divine legacy. With courage that belies the calm exterior, he steps into a role that intertwines his fate with the unfolding of divine mysteries. As the divine presence fades, Joseph is left in the silence of his workshop. It's just him and the lingering touch of something miraculous. The reality of the situation begins to sink in. It's not just about angels and prophecies, it's about what he does next, in the most human and practical ways. Life throws us curveballs, and Joseph's just came from the heavens. How do you prepare when you're chosen to be the guardian of the Messiah? For Joseph, it starts with simple steps. There's a quiet strength in how he gathers himself, making his decision in the quiet night, with each slice of bread, with each stoking of the fire. Joseph is making up his mind. He's not just a figure in a stained glass window. He's a man deciding to face an unimaginable future with courage and faith. As dawn edges the sky with light, Joseph is ready, not just spiritually, but practically. He packs like a man who knows the road ahead will be long and uncertain. He secures everything with a carpenter's precision, ensuring that no matter what, they can face what comes. This isn't just about leaving, it's about stepping into a new role with every tool he has: faith, love, and a carpenter's practicality. Joseph closes the door on his old life, not with fear, but with a resolute heart, ready to protect and nurture the family he holds dear. With the first light of dawn, Joseph and Mary set out on a path that would change the course of history. It's a journey fraught with uncertainties, but Joseph's preparations have made them as ready as they can be for the road ahead. This is no ordinary travel. It's a pilgrimage of faith and necessity. As they walk, the landscape of Nazareth gives way to the open countryside, each step taking them further into the unknown. They're not alone on the roads. Many are called to Bethlehem by the decree of a distant emperor. Joseph, ever the carpenter, uses his skills along the way to mend a wheel here, a broken strap there, small acts of kindness that weave a tapestry of community even in transit. Even the chosen need to pause, to drink from a cool stream, to rest their weary feet. These moments, simple and human, are interspersed with quiet prayers and shared hopes. Mary and Joseph find strength not just in their divine charge, but in the small shared moments that make the journey bearable. As night falls, they make camp under the stars. It's here, in the quiet of the evening, with a fire crackling softly and the sky a blanket of stars, that the reality of their mission feels both immense and intimate. Joseph, a man of faith and action, guards not just Mary and the future Messiah, but also the hope that carries them forward. Under the vast, starry sky, they rest, gathering strength for the days to come. With the new day comes new challenges, yet Joseph and Mary rise with a purpose, their spirits bolstered by a night under the open sky. The road to Bethlehem is long, and each morning they renew their commitment to this sacred pilgrimage. As they journey further, the terrain shifts beneath their feet. The lush fields of Nazareth give way to the harsher, dustier paths of the Judean countryside. Despite the demanding conditions, Joseph's foresight in preparing for the journey shows. Waterskins are full, and their provisions are carefully rationed. Along the way, their fellow pilgrims offer mixed reactions: curiosity, concern, and occasionally camaraderie. Joseph, ever the guardian, navigates these social waters with grace, ensuring Mary remains comfortable and undisturbed. Even the most divine of journeys is not without its earthly trials. The physical toll of the travel is real, and Joseph's role as caretaker is never more apparent than in these quiet acts of service. Bandaging a foot, sharing a reassuring smile, always vigilant. With each passing mile, Bethlehem draws closer, yet the way remains fraught with difficulty. The landscape becomes a silent witness to their perseverance, the journey a testament to their faith and resilience. As the sun sets once again, they find solace under the boughs of an olive tree, a brief respite on their sacred march. Here, in the quiet companionship of each other, they find the strength to face what lies ahead. For tomorrow, they walk again, each step a step closer to fulfilling a prophecy written long before their time. As dawn breaks over the land, Joseph and Mary resume their journey with renewed vigor. The final leg to Bethlehem is upon them, a path trodden by countless before them, yet uniquely significant in their own story. The closer they get to Bethlehem, the more the roads swell with people, all summoned by the same decree that compels Joseph and Mary. The air buzzes with the languages of diverse pilgrims, each story intertwining with the next, a tapestry of human endeavor and divine orchestration. In the bustling chaos of approaching Bethlehem, Joseph's protective instincts sharpen. His eyes rarely stray far from Mary, ensuring her safety and comfort amidst the throng. Each step is calculated, each pause strategic as they weave their way through the crowded streets. The search for shelter becomes a trial of its own. Each denial at the city's inns adds a weight to Joseph's shoulders, yet his determination does not falter. His faith, a beacon that guides him through the darkest moments, remains unshaken. At last, they find respite in a simple stable, far from the ideal sanctuary for the birth of a king. Yet, in this humble setting, Joseph's resourcefulness shines. With tender care, he prepares a bed of hay, transforming this rustic space into a cradle of hope and promise. As night envelops Bethlehem, the world unknowingly stands on the brink of a miraculous event. Under the roof of an unassuming stable, Joseph and Mary await the birth of Jesus, their faith and love a silent testament to the power of divine will. In the quiet of the stable, amidst the lowing of cattle and the rustle of straw, a sacred silence descends. It's a holy night, different from all others, marked by a celestial peace that envelops the earth. Joseph, who has faced every trial with steadfast courage, now holds Mary's hand through the pains of childbirth. His role as protector extends beyond the physical. He is a pillar of emotional support, his presence a comforting constant in these transformative hours. And then, in the holiest of moments, the cry of the newborn king fills the air. The prophecy is fulfilled. Jesus is born. The simplicity of the setting, contrasts deeply with the magnitude of the event, an event that will echo through the ages. With hands accustomed to shaping wood, Joseph now cradles the Savior of mankind. He lays him gently in the manger, each movement measured, each breath a prayer of gratitude and protection. As the stars shine brightly above, the stable becomes a sanctuary where heaven meets earth. Joseph, Mary, and Jesus, together they form a new family, united not just by blood, but by a divine mission that will guide their paths forward. This night, as Joseph watches over his family, the world outside remains unaware of the miracle that has occurred in the quiet of Bethlehem. But soon the news will spread, as shepherds and kings alike are drawn to this humble stable, compelled by dreams and signs to witness the dawn of a new era. Outside the humble stable, the world continues under a blanket of night, yet not all is as usual. In the fields surrounding Bethlehem, shepherds guard their flocks, unaware that their ordinary night is about to turn extraordinary. An angel of the Lord appears to them, radiant and awe-inspiring, breaking the stillness of the night. The shepherds listen, spellbound, as the angel announces the birth of the Savior, Christ the Lord, in the town of David. The heavens erupt in joyous song, a chorus so divine that it promises a new hope for all mankind. The shepherds are moved, their hearts ignited with a holy fire of curiosity and faith. Inside the stable, Joseph, ever watchful, feels the weight of the world shifting. He knows that the birth of his son is not just a family affair, but a cosmic event that has already begun to ripple through the fabric of heaven and earth. Compelled by the heavenly message, the shepherds set out for Bethlehem. With haste, they find the stable, their eyes wide with awe as they enter the modest sanctuary where the prophecy has been fulfilled. The shepherds recount their divine encounter, their voices filled with excitement and reverence. Joseph and Mary listen, the implications of their son's birth becoming ever more clear. Together, they marvel at how the news of Jesus has already begun to spread, his destiny unfolding before their very eyes. As news of the birth spreads to the fields and beyond, a new chapter begins. Far from Bethlehem, guided by a celestial sign, wise men from the east embark on a journey destined to cross paths with prophecy. These are no ordinary travelers. They are scholars, astrologers, seekers of truth, drawn by a star that promises the birth of a king, a leader who will change the course of history. Back in Bethlehem, life in the stable settles into a new rhythm. Joseph, ever vigilant, cares for his family with a renewed sense of duty. The divine events of the night have not lessened the daily demands of fatherhood. They have amplified them. The wise men's quest leads them first to Jerusalem, to the palace of King Herod. Their questions about the newborn king stir curiosity and fear alike. Herod, troubled by the prophecy and its implications, conceals his dismay with feigned interest, plotting quietly in the shadows. Guided by the star, now stopped over the place where the child lies, the wise men's journey reaches its culmination. They enter the stable with trepidation and awe, each step a culmination of miles traveled and faith sustained. The wise men kneel before Jesus, presenting gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, each a symbol of the child's kingship, divinity, and eventual sacrifice. Joseph stands beside Mary, witnessing these profound acts of homage, his heart swelling with a mixture of pride and the solemnity of the path that lies ahead. As the wise men depart, warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they leave by another road. Joseph, too, feels the stirrings of forewarning in his own heart, a reminder that the story of this holy night is just beginning. The night deepens around the humble stable, a temporary shelter that has witnessed the coming together of earth and heaven. Yet, amidst this tranquility, a new danger looms, a danger that will once again test Joseph's resolve and quick thinking. As Joseph sleeps, a divine message pierces the veil of night. An angel appears in his dream, urgent and clear, warning him of Herod's deadly intentions. The king, deceived and furious, plots to sweep away any threat to his throne. With no time to lose, Joseph acts. His decision is immediate, his actions swift. There is no hesitation, only the unyielding drive to protect his family from the impending peril. Under the cover of night, Joseph and Mary gather their meager belongings, wrapping the infant Jesus in warm cloths. Their departure is quiet, a silent escape designed to avoid drawing any attention. The road before them is veiled in darkness, a fitting metaphor for the unknown future they step into. Yet their faith lights their way, faith in the divine protection that has guided them thus far, and faith in each other. Their journey to Egypt is not just a physical escape, but a flight into the unknown, a journey fraught with challenges but also filled with hope. Each step away from Bethlehem is a step towards safety, a step further into the unfolding divine plan. As dawn breaks over the horizon, the Holy Family crosses into Egypt, into exile, but not defeat. Joseph, once a humble carpenter, now a guardian of a divine mission, watches over his family, his duty clear, his heart steadfast. In Egypt, far from the familiar landscapes of home, Joseph, Mary, and the infant Jesus find themselves strangers in a land rich with ancient history and culture. Here, in the shadow of the pyramids and the sprawling Nile, they must carve out a new life, an exile that is both a sanctuary and a test of faith. Joseph's hands, once accustomed to the wood of Nazareth, now adapt to new crafts, to the demands of a foreign market. His carpentry, a universal language, earns them sustenance and respect within the community. Each day he builds more than just furniture. He builds a bridge between his family and their new neighbors. Mary, ever the devoted mother, creates a nurturing environment for Jesus, blending the traditions of their faith with the realities of their exile. In her teachings, the young Jesus learns of love and faith, of resilience, and of the rich tapestry of human experience. Though far from home, Joseph and Mary find common ground with other exiles and locals. Their days are woven with small victories and everyday challenges, each interaction strengthening their resolve and deepening their faith. As the sun sets over the Nile, Joseph reflects on the journey that has brought them to this place. The weight of his responsibility never dims, but his faith is unshakable. In the quiet moments of reflection, he sees not just the trials of today, but the promise of tomorrow. In Egypt, Joseph, Mary, and Jesus forge a life marked by faith, hope, and perseverance. Their story, a testament to the power of divine guidance and human resilience, continues to unfold, each day a step closer to the fulfillment of a prophecy that will one day lead them home. Life in Egypt has become a rhythm of familiar routines and newfound friendships for Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. They've adapted well to their surroundings, finding peace even in exile. But their journey is destined to take yet another turn. One night, divine guidance reaches Joseph again in a dream. An angel appears with news that the danger which forced them into hiding has passed. Herod is dead, and it is safe for them to return to their homeland. With cautious relief, Joseph shares the heavenly message with Mary. Together, they face a decision fraught with uncertainty, but guided by faith. The prospect of returning home brings joy, yet the challenges of uprooting their lives once more loom large. Determined and methodical, Joseph prepares for their journey back to Nazareth. Each item packed is a symbol of the life they've built and the resilience they've shown. His actions, though routine, are charged with the significance of returning to the place where it all began. As they leave Egypt behind, the landscapes gradually shift from the vast deserts to the rolling green hills of Galilee. With each step towards Nazareth, there's a growing sense of homecoming, a journey not just through space but through time, back to where the promise of their son's destiny first began. Back in Nazareth, Joseph rebuilds their life with quiet strength. He reopens his carpentry shop, his work resonating with the skill and wisdom gained from his time abroad. The family rekindles old relationships and forges new ones, their story enriched by their experiences. In Nazareth, under the care of Joseph and Mary, Jesus grows in wisdom and stature, his early years shaped by the journey that has brought them full circle. Back in the comfort of Nazareth, life resumes its natural pace, yet with an undercurrent of something extraordinary. Joseph, not just a carpenter but a teacher and guide, shares his craft and wisdom with Jesus, who is eager to learn not only the trade, but the values embedded within. In the quiet sanctuary of the workshop, Joseph imparts more than carpentry skills. Each measurement and cut, each careful alignment of wood serves as a lesson in diligence and care. Joseph teaches Jesus not just to shape wood, but to understand the value of creating something lasting and meaningful. Outside the workshop, Joseph and Jesus are integral parts of their community. They attend synagogue, participate in local festivals, and help neighbors in need. Joseph's reputation as a man of integrity and kindness is mirrored in the young Jesus, who listens, learns, and begins to apply these lessons in his interactions with others. Evenings at home are times for reflection and conversation. Joseph and Mary often speak of Jesus' future, aware of his extraordinary destiny. They discuss the balance of protecting him and preparing him for the challenges he will face as the prophecies unfold. Joseph watches Jesus grow not only in stature but in wisdom. The boy who once clung to his hand now reaches out to others, his actions reflecting the deep moral foundation laid by his earthly father. Joseph's pride is tempered by the solemn understanding of the temporary nature of his guardianship. In the solitude of his workshop, Joseph contemplates his role in this divine narrative. He has shaped wood and a young soul with equal care, preparing both for their purposes. As the shadows lengthen in the workshop, Joseph finds solace in his faith, trusting that each lesson imparted will echo in eternity.